Hello everyone, my name is Tori. My name is Tori Butler. I work here for Moore County EMS, Lumberton Rescue, and I work for Robeson County EMS. Today, some of the things that we are going to be going over for bleeding control, you have like different types of bleeding control. You have direct pressure, you have a pressure dressing, you have tourniquets, but before you even get into all of that, you need to know why we are going over hemorrhage control. This is going to be a 15-minute video going over all the different types of things before you go into the scene, things you need to have on as in PPE, just a lot of different things going into bleeding control. So one of the first things we're going to go over is scene safe. So there are different types of ways to make sure it's scene is secure. You can have law enforcement, you can have yourself going in there and looking over different types of stuff, as in you have dogs, you have all kinds of stuff, like as in animal bite, you have to control the bleeding. Shootings, you have to control the bleeding. There are different types of calls that is going to have different types of lacerations, penetrations, blunt force trauma, like a lot of different stuff. So let's go into your PPE. So you have your gloves. This is going to protect your hands. Make sure you don't have any types of cuts on your hands. Even though you are wearing these can cut through. You can have rings on like I do. Nails will cut through gloves. Always have to make sure you have the right size on. All kinds of different stuff with these. Even though you are wearing these, please wash your hands after. Okay, so we went over these pretty things. They want to demonstrate everything. Okay, you got this. As in a lot of people call them COVID masks. These are very good when it comes to bleeding control. You also have a N95, which I do not have on me right now, which I apologize. So these, you know how to put them on. I'm not going to explain myself on how to put these on. You should know. And if you don't know, there you go. Just make sure you wrap it around your ears. It's extended to your face and cuff around your nose. Set that up at your side. Then you have this pretty thing. I do not have a gown or anything like that, but we will be going over the face shield. This helps. If you obviously think you need to put this on, please put this on. Nobody's going to judge you. This is a face shield. This is going to protect your whole entire face, but also in the process of that, please keep this on, because this is just going to cover. This is going to protect. So you should. It's like ours have straps on it. Unstrap it. Just strap it on there. Especially with different types of bleeding, you're going to want something on your face. Been there, done that. I've had blood on my face, but wish I had this thing on. So you got all kinds of different type of PPE. PPE is going to protect you from all types of bodily fluids, vomit, blood, all kinds of different stuff. I apologize if I keep on saying So we'll go straight into like the different types of stuff that you can have in your blood. Like you can have HIV, you can have hepatitis B, hepatitis C, all types of things travel through your blood. And even if you have like cuts on your face, like pimples, acne, cuts on your hands, if this was to get in there, it's going to be a big thing. So you would have to contact your incident command, not incident command. My apologies. You have to contact your higher ups, management. I let them know, hey, I just had a patient, has HIV, I have cuts on my hand. I let the hospital know so they can draw blood on them. If he's already a known HIV, I'd get my blood drawn. Just go ahead and let the hospital know anything that they need to know, because that is a really, really, really big thing. So another thing that we're going to go into with bleeding control. Why controlling the bleeding is such a big thing. So You have all different types of stuff to control the bleeding for, but why are you doing it? Let's talk about it. So blood is the most biggest thing that you have in your body. We want to keep it in there when doing stuff like this. So I'm gonna keep on moving this. You don't want to be, so bleeding, losing so much blood will go into different types of shocks. You can have like distributive shock. You can go into hypovolemic shock. Some of the big things we need to control, and you need to figure out the signs and symptoms of these when stuff like this is going on, because they may need fluids, they may need to get blood, or they may need to go to a different type of facility. As in like a shooting, stabbing, head injury, like if they're bleeding on the brain, which we can't stop that type of bleeding from an EMS standpoint. The hospital can, but we cannot. So we're going to go directly into, this is going to be my demonstration arm. So first things first, you're going into a house, you have your proper PPE on. We are going to go, like you see a laceration, you're seeing it secure, you're seeing it safe, you went through your whole algorithm, you see bleeding, trauma. So go through your trauma assessment. What's first? X. You will have X, A, B, C. Control the bleeding. So first things that we would do, if this guy has like a little cut on his arm, we're going to go with your glove on. Make sure it's good. Please do not blow in your glove. It's not proper. So we'll say he's got a cut like right here where this other stuff is. Direct pressure. If you want to put both hands on, you think it needs both hands, put both hands on. I've always been told it is at least 30% of your body weight into it. Hey, we're holding this. While you're holding it, talk to the patient. Don't just obviously sit there and be like, no, don't do that. You're going to scare the patient even more than what needs to be done. Talk to the patient. Hey, what happened? What did you do? Patient's talking back to you. Just have a conversation with them while doing this, trying to stop the bleeding. The bleeding is obviously coming out more terribly. Have your partner. We're going to grab a gauze. So, put a gauze open. You're holding pressure. Hold this gauze there. Okay, perfect. Grab something. You can do this by yourself. You don't have to. You have a partner. That's what it is. Hold it. Get you something out. And we're going to go right into a pressure dressing. And this is not considered a pressure dressing. We do have pressure dressings that is a whole lot different, but wrap it tight. Now wrap it tight enough where you can cut the pulse off. Tight, tight, tight. There's going to be a spray, something that's called a pressure. It's going to hold pressure on that wound, and it's going to get it good to where it needs to be. Okay. Pressure dressing. Perfect. Cut it. Make sure you still got everything. Make sure the arm's still good on what it needs. That's why it's called a pressure dressing. Bleeding, maybe it stopped for a second. But if the bleeding has not stopped, look, just check. Check on the patient. See how the patient's doing while it stopped for a second. So that is a pressure dressing. Just make sure it's wrapped, it's good to go. Perfect. Say you obviously still see blood bleeding through, the patient's not looking too good, and you just need to get this blood stopped. You need to get it stopped. It's a big thing. Stop the bleeding. You can't go anywhere past anything if the bleeding has not stopped. This is where this comes in. Foam tourniquets. So we use these for bleeding that you cannot control from direct pressure, a pressure dressing, or if it's ultimately squirting, which we would call a arterial bleed. And as in going into that, I would demonstrate how to put a tourniquet on. You have arterial bleeds, you have venous bleeds. Arterial bleeds is going to be a bright red blood. It's going to be squirting, and as you see the squirting, you'll realize, hey, That's going with his heartbeat because, perfect. Okay, great. Venous bleeding is like going to be a dark red blood that's just like oozing. Like it's just dripping out of the body. So say pressure gesture is not helping and it's just starting to get worse. It's getting worse. Like we need to do something. So we're going to put this on. We're going to explain to the patient, hey, this is going to hurt. Get it on, get it around the arm. And one thing about tourniquets before I go anywhere, my apologies. It can only go on an extremity. It cannot go on the abdomen. It cannot go on the chest. It cannot go on the neck. It cannot go on the head. No, no. So we'll go from here. Make sure it's tight. It's not how you're going to do it, but I'm going to explain. You can move the patient's arm. You want to get it wrapped around all the way on the breaker. Go ahead and explain to the patient, this is going to hurt. It's really going to hurt. Start turning. You have this little knob. Go ahead and start turning it. Turn. And we're going to keep on turning until we see the blood stop. Okay? One thing we need to do, okay, make sure it's in this little clip. Good to go. What time is it? That's a very big question for the hospital. We need to know the time that we put this on, because once we put this on, this arm, from here down, for anywhere you put your tourniquet, is not getting blood. It's not. So, another thing with the tourniquets, besides the time, a pulse. Feel the radial pulse, feel their foot pulse, like anything, you need to check the pulse. Make sure you don't have a pulse in it, because if you do still have a pulse, you're probably still going to have some kind of blood still bleeding out. Feel the pulse. Mark your pulse. You feel it, mark it. Time. Done. Tourniquet. Make sure you wrap it up. Make sure it's good to go. And that is a tourniquet. Simple, easy. Some of the easiest ways to learn. Okay. Another thing, extremity wise, I have roller galls. This is fluff gall. This is a roller gall. We have different types of roller galls, but say you have somebody that has been shot in the leg, it's bleeding really bad. You're going to want to pop this open. Take it out. For one, stick your finger. I know people don't say this. Put your finger in there. Take these roller galls out. I know I don't have both of them. Take these roller galls out. Start going in. And this is going to be called, I'm so sorry, my brain's not working. It's going to be called packing a balloon. You want to pack it in there until you can't get anything else in there. Please tell the patient, this is going to hurt. You're sticking your finger in a hole that just happened. Just make sure you can go all the way in. Hold it. Make sure it's good to go. She good to go. Wrap it up. Let them know we apologize for what just happened, but you just stopped the bleeding on a hole. But this does not go in the abdomen. It does not go to the neck. So we'll go over one more, which I think is a really good one. Neck to nuts. As in people would say neck to nuts. Neck to genitals. ABB pads. These open up, and you can put these on anywhere on your abdomen. You can wrap it anywhere on your legs or anything when it's a big wound. And a twisted dressing. This is going to be really good for anything up, so I'm going to demonstrate on how to use this first. So, you have these. Place it on there, make sure it's good to go. Don't stop there. Place the packaging of it on anywhere in between your neck to your genitals, and just tape it. Don't tape all sides down, tape at least the 3 other sides down, and make sure you're good to go. And that is my video on bleeding control. I'm about to redo this.